Hi, my name is Keisha Metz and I'll be teaching the different variations for squat and how they perform. The squat has been around since the golden era of bodybuilding and it has helped many bodybuilders transform their legs into tree trunks. And now let's go over how to do the standard squat. But first, all instructions that I'm going to give you for the standard squat directly applies to all the other squat variations with just slight changes. But there's a lot of misconception behind the squat and how it can make you shorter or shrink your growth. But I'm here to tell you that it's all false rumors and you should start doing squats if you want to grow your legs. If you play any sports, for example, soccer, basketball, football, rugby, anything, this specific exercise will help you with your running, your jumping, your shuffle, your side shuffle, your footwork, anything. It'll help you. Now let's go over how to do a standard squat. First, you need to know the foot placement. There are 3 foot placements that you can do. The first is the narrow stance, the second is the middle stance, and the third is the wide stance. The narrow stance is when your heels are at your hip width, the middle stance is when your heels are at your shoulder width, and the wide stance is when your heels are past your shoulder width. There is no one right foot placement that everyone does or that you can do, but it all depends on how flexible your ankle mobility, if you're a high bar squatter or low bar squatter, and your depth at the end of the squat. There's no right foot placement that you can do. To find out which stance works best for you, you need to get to the doggy style position, as shown in the video, and start putting your knees narrow and going back and try going through all the stance. When you see that you have a pelvic twist or start feeling pain in hips, that would be a sign that that stand isn't good for you. The one where you can keep the most natural core and keep the best position without pain is probably going to be the best position. Now let's talk about the toe placement. The toe placement correlates directly to the internal rotation of your hips. The more you can rotate your hips, the more your toes will face forward. But if you don't have a lot of rotation into your hips, that could mean that you have to face your toes outwards. To find out how much rotation you have, you have to lie down on your back and put your leg into 90 degrees and ask someone for help to put your foot outwards. Now let's talk about the grip placement. What we want is our torso to be tight as possible, which will create stability when we get down into the bottom position of the squat, and when we come up come up straight. Now bring your ass up first. We want our elbows are right underneath the bar, which will help us in flexing our back. If you have any problems with tucking your elbow underneath the bar, you might want to hook the bar, letting your elbows get back a bit, as shown in the video. The more tall you are, the more you might want your knees out. But if you're more quad dominant, the more knees forwards you might have. But if you are coming out of this hole, you should not cave your knees inwards. If you have any problem with your knees caving inwards, you probably have weak glutes. For this, you should try squatting resistance bands. Now, what you need to do for that is put the resistance band around the racking pole and put it right above your knee, as shown in the video. Now squat. Your knees probably are caving inwards, or the resistance band is probably pulling it inwards. But what you have to try is forcing it outwards to get that glute muscle fired up and to get the mind muscle connection when you're actually gonna squat without the resistance bands. If you have any problem squatting, it could be dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion is where the toes are brought closer to the shin. This decreases the angle between the dorsum of the foot and the leg. For example, when walking on the heels, the ankle is described as being the dorsiflexion. To fix dorsiflexion, you would have to get into the bottom position of the squat and take the barbell and put it right above your knee. The lack of mobility in your ankles probably will want to bring your heels up. But what you have to keep in mind is to keep the heels on the foot and the chest up. Now let's go over how to do the box squat. For the box squat, you need a plyo box as shown in the video. And now what you have to do is put the plyo box right under where you're going to be at the bottom position of the squat, and do everything the same as the squat and go down, but touch the plyo box and come right back up. Now let's go over how to do the front squat. The front squat is exactly the same as the standard squat, but only now the bar is in the front. For this, you need to get down below the bar and put the bar right above your shoulders, unrack, and come down. Remembering that you need to put your elbows always up and come right back up. Now let's go over how to do the Bulgarian squat. For the Bulgarian squat, you need a plyo box, and it's exactly the same as the standard squat. Unrack the bar, put the bar on your shoulders, come back, put one of your feet on the plyo box and one foot in front, and get down and get back up. It's exactly shown in the video. Now let's go over how to do the goblet squat. For the goblet squat, you either need a dumbbell or kettlebell, but for now, I have a kettlebell. What you need to do is put the kettlebell right in front of you, as shown in the video, and exactly the same as standard squat. Come down and come back up. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope Path bless me the 100.